Hello. Today we're going to turn 6-pack plastic rings into 5-in-1 kindness bracelets. These 6-pack rings are often found in hazardous places around the world, causing destruction to our environment. So what better way than to turn something that causes destruction in the world into something that can create love around the world? So what we're going to be using today, 6-pack plastic rings, often found on sodas and Gatorades and bottles around the world in grocery stores. You'll have glue. We will be using different beads. We have paint. You can either use spray paint or regular paint. We also have scissors and a hole punch. So, first things first, you will take your 6-pack plastic ring, and however you choose, you can paint it. I have painted mine's gold here. You can choose to use spray paint, any sort of regular in-home spray paint, as well as regular acrylic paint, or just paint found in common classrooms. As long as it spreads on and nice and thinly, it is definitely usable. So just look around your classroom, see what kind of paint you have, and get going. So once it's painted and it has dried, then you can begin. Each ring is a bracelet. Now the thickness of your bracelet is up to you. You can cut each ring and glue it, which I'll show you in a minute, or you can simply, for sake of like maybe age group, if you're working with younger children, fold the bracelet and we'll get the same exact shape as what we need to work with for our bracelet. So it's up to you, and again, the thickness is up to you. But the more we use of these things, the less we have to worry about them being in the environment. For this instruction, I will choose to just go ahead and cut. So I am going to cut these lengthways first, and then vertically. And in the end, we have 6, depending on how many you use, wonderful little plastic rings that we can turn into great, beautiful bracelets. You can choose to cut the ends off the bracelets, how you have the 3 right here. So once you have your rings, I'm going to use 3 for this bracelet piece. You can choose to just line them up together, or you can glue them together. I would suggest gluing them together just to make sure they're sturdy, so as they get passed along, the next person can use them and they're durable without worrying about pieces falling. So regular glue should work fine. Anything that's adhesive. You can also use E6000 glue. I'm choosing to use hot glue just because it's fast. But depending on your age group and whether you're doing this at home or in a classroom, hot glue might not be the most ideal. So as you can see, here we are. All 3 rings have been affixed to each other into one solid circular bracelet. Our next step is to put the holes where the string is going to go for the bracelet. So on each end of the bracelet, you're just going to take your hole puncher, line it up so that it's in the center of the vertical end, and then punch. There we go. And then we're gonna do the other side. Again, line it up, just in the center. And as we can see, 2 holes on each end of the bracelet. So our next step is to take a piece of string. I have here braiding cord. Braiding cord can be found at any local store. It's about $1 a pack. You will take the braiding cord and insert probably like cut a 12-inch length braiding cord, and then you'll just fold it in half so that you can have a loop. And again, you can braid it any way you want. However, I think the loop tends to be the easiest when you're threading into the hole, and again, for durability. So you will take one of the hold ends of your bracelet and slide the loop through. As you can see, there is a loop on the outside, on one side of the bracelet, and the stringed end on the other. Simply insert, like tying a shoe, the string end through the loop and pull. There we are. We have a loop tied on version. Now you can do this a couple times just for dramatic element. You don't need to, but I just think it looks so nice. Now you will take maybe another, let's say 6-inch piece of string and cut it. And then we have these beautiful words. These little pieces can be found in any sort of local store. They have just kind words on them. They say beauty, special, princess, any little kind words. However, if you don't have these available, feel free to use any other sort of material just to write like a kind word on it. Something though that that string can either slide through, or that it can be glued to the string. So it can hang in the center of the bracelets. So for this one, we're going to use the word beauty. And so I will insert my braiding cord in through the center of the word. And then to secure it, I'm just going to tie a knot on each side of the kind word so that it can stay in the center of the bracelet without sliding. Once we have our kind word on our string, you're going to take one end of the cord and wrap it into the holes. Tie it to the holes of your bracelet. So I've got one side in, and I'm going to do the other side now. And then the excess string can just be cut off. So if you have excess string from the middle of the bracelet, you can simply cut it off. And then the last step is just to cut another maybe 12-inch string. You can have them already cut, 2 12-inch strings and a 6-inch. Make another loop, and then begin to loop to tie the other hole to close out ties of the bracelet. So through the other loop, through the other hold end of your bracelet, you'll make a loop, or however you choose to tie the string onto. And then again, as I prefer to do multiple loops just for design aesthetic and for ensured durability, I will loop it again. And then for our final design piece, take any little beads if you have some. For us, these heart beads represent kindness, and we're going to use 6 of them for the 5-in-1 because 5 kind words can change one person's life. So these beads will just simply be looped to the tied end. Like that. And just simply slide them on the end. And you can use any beads. They don't have to be heart beads. They can be any sort of beads that you have around your local store. Again, beads are like $1 for a pack of like maybe 3, 4, 500. And here we are. Our kindness bracelet.